welcome to Sideshow and Tell.
Hey.
Yay, woo! I'm Autumn. I'm here with Jerry.
Hey.
Hey. Jerry works in Molding Cast.
I do.
Yep, here at Sideshow, and I work in here. I just sit here until it's time to go live, and then when we're not live, I just shut down. That's what I do.
That's it.
So yeah, oh my gosh, we've already got a bunch of people here. There's a lot of comments about the music. So apparently there's this different music than we've listened to recently. Do you guys know, Brett, Sam? Did we change it up?
Sam's not here.
Wait, what about
Chris? They're saying the music was not the stomp clap. Is this new music?
It's one of the few
We've-
songs we rotate.
So it's rotating.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Oh, gotcha. JJ Joe says hi. JJ Joe is one of our audience members that basically comes to almost every show. So
Oh, nice.
JJ's here, so it's official.
Hi, JJ.
Yep.
You would be included in the J crew of my family. All our family names J start
Really?
with J.
How many J's are there?
There's 5 of us in my family.
All J's.
Jerry, Josie, Joel, Jessica, Janae, and Jocelyn.
And now JJ can
And
come in.
JJ, you can come in.
Nice.
Honorary family member.
Nice, you guys. That's awesome. Oh, we've already got some questions. Oh, for those of you who don't know, I did post in the Facebook group. This is our prize today, right here. And the way you can win it is by the best question. So also be prepared every day. Every time we have a show, they're going to ask, what's your favorite Batman?
Oh, okay.
Just stew on that.
Got
Be
it,
ready.
got it.
Yeah.
Can I also answer that with who's my favorite Joker too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Jay also.
Yeah, the Joker.
Gary wants to know, Jerry, what's the one item you always wanted to create that you never got to yet?
Well, that's a really good question.
That will also be a small spoiler because it means you're not creating it now.
Right.
Or you are.
Well, I guess I could say there's one that I haven't gotten to do yet that I would love to if they would do it, and that would be Pennywise.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see that one?
Well, I can appreciate the artistry of Pennywise and how
Yeah.
creepy Pennywise is, and it's one of my favorite books. But I
But
won't watch
seeing
the
him-
movie. I saw you last year at Halloween. It was like hard pass on getting to know that person. Like, no. But that would be pretty cool.
That'd be a real fun project.
You did turn out to be much nicer than Pennywise.
Oh yeah.
So
No, I
you
didn't
set a
kill
high bar,
I didn't kill
but-
anybody.
No.
You know, I kind of cut back a little
Yeah.
bit on the the killing spree.
Have you seen the video of Jerry dancing like Pennywise?
Oh yeah, that's
I got
fun.
to see that yesterday.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It was
So I jumped
scary.
up on the table outside when we were doing we were having our yearly costume contest. 'Cause that's what I love about Sideshow.
I
is
know. I
that
had to be there and take pictures and
we
be
get,
horrified.
Yeah, we get to dress up and we have this whole half a day where we're just scaring people or running around
So fun.
trick-or-treating all over the place. But we got to actually have a contest where other of our Sideshow family gets to vote on their favorite costumes. And so while we were waiting for the, all the announcements and stuff, I jumped up on one of the picnic tables and I started doing the dance because everybody wanted to see the dance. So I did that, and then I kicked over somebody's lunch, and I'm looking down. It's pretty funny.
I remember because we did a Halloween episode and we had a costume parade.
Yeah,
You came
yeah,
through.
yeah. That's right. The
Yeah.
costume parade was that same day.
Yes.
Yeah,
And I had only been here for about a month.
yeah.
And that was my first time meeting you. And I was like,
I kind of saved myself at the very end.
yeah.
So that I could come up right up to the
And be
camera
super
and like
creepy.
be super creepy.
Yeah. It was a really good costume, I have to say. It was
Thanks.
really good. Growing up, what was your favorite monster movie that scared you but you also loved?
Okay, I would have to say probably Freddy Krueger movies. The whole series. My best friend Vernell and I would always watch I never got into the slasher type movies.
Yeah.
More like the Jason and not my type, but Freddy Krueger. Getting in your
Yeah.
dreams, coming and killing you in your dream. Okay, that's where I was like, okay. And I did Freddy Krueger as a
Did
Halloween
you?
costume in high school. And
Nice.
it was so fun because I scared the living crud out of like so many people in school. And people thought it was a mask, but it was actually the time I ever used a prosthetic makeup. And I had a friend of mine who was in the makeup art business. He worked for the studios, and he agreed to come to my house
Oh my gosh.
at 8 o'clock in the morning. Not 8 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning because I needed to be at
God.
school at 8 o'clock in the morning, and did my makeup. But
Oh my
Freddy
gosh.
Krueger movies, I think, are my favorite because it was the whole like messing with your head kind
Yeah.
of thing. And so I started watching those with my best friend all through high school.
Well, plus it got easier as each movie went on.
Yeah, I should
It's
say
because it
junior
became a
high and high
comedy.
school. Yeah, exactly. It got more
they-
funny.
Like the first movie is genuinely scary.
Yeah.
And after that, it's all.
Then it was all
comedies.
comedy, and
except
he
for
would
part
always
3.
say things to people
I know.
Yeah.
I
before he
never-
killed them, like hang around, something like that.
Here's how much I did not like horror movies and still don't. For me, the answer to this question would be Gremlins.
Oh, the Gremlins.
That's about as horror movie as I could take as a child, and probably to this day.
Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
never seen any of the Freddy Kruegers.
Nope, me neither.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with that.
But I think that was my favorite, just because he was kind of cool looking too. So
Yeah, that's true. We have some good questions. Okay, Jerry or Jeremiah is a question. Is it short for Jeremiah?
no, it's just Jerry.
Jerificent?
It's actually short for Gerald. My actual real name
Oh.
is Gerald, but nobody calls me that unless I'm in trouble. I always
Have
tell
you
my-
ever been? I was like, have you
My
been
wife
called
will say Gerald, when
Oh.
when I know that I'm in trouble, or my mom, when I was growing up. But yeah, it's just short for Gerald.
Nice.
It's Jerry. Yeah.
Well,
Tell
Will
me.
wants to know, how does it make you feel as a human male? I don't know why
Human
male.
male,
Yeah.
okay.
To know that your work is brightening the lives of people who are lucky enough to obtain your work.
Well, that's
nice.
really cool. I do enjoy the reaction of people for the things that we get to do. So that's why I do the costumes that I do too. Is
Yeah.
because I enjoy what people can get out of it.
Yeah.
As a somebody who can enjoy that kind of thing. So for me as an artist, in what I do in mold and cast, we get to really kind of try to make sure that it's the most perfect thing that can go out of our hands.
Yeah.
So that by the time the collector gets it, or someone who
It's
can
in
really
its-
appreciate it,
Yeah.
we've tried to find everything that we could make possible the finished product.
That's awesome. Well, for people
So,
who don't
yeah.
know, what is mold and cast?
So the mold and cast department is the part of the department that, after the sculptors do their job in the digital area, or even traditionally sculpted, it comes to our department so that we can fine tune and get everything ready. I'm what they call a 3D key artist. So in a sense, we have to make sure everything fits correctly in like a puzzle piece. It's like thinking of it as like a huge like creative Legos,
Nice.
where you have to make sure everything fits perfectly so that when it gets to the consumer or
It's
the
seamless.
yeah,
Yeah.
it looks right
Yeah.
and it doesn't look out of place. So our job is to make sure that we can clean the each individual segment of that puzzle and make it perfect. And we'll primer it. We'll sand it down. We'll use dental tools and all sorts of like little sanding twigs and different things to, in the process of refining and making sure the desired textures or desired things that are supposed to stay there
Oh yeah.
per the vision of the sculptor and what Sideshow would like to produce, but take away things that are not supposed to be there,
Right.
like the if anybody knows how the digital printers work, they leave sometimes a
Like ridges.
ridges,
Yeah.
like ridges and things like that that are not supposed to be there, and we have to
Right.
take those away without taking away what's supposed to be there.
Right, because it is volume.
So it's a delicate
So
balance.
you have to you're bringing the volume down, but you have to bring it down
Correct.
just
Or there's
right.
little nubs, we
Yeah.
call them nubbins, and the little nubbins that are there because those support the weight when it's the little posts
Oh right.
when it's being built.
So you have to snip.
So we have to snip those off, and we
Yeah.
have to make sure that, and if sometimes
very
something gets
cool.
broken, we gotta fix it
Yeah.
or re-sculpt it in a way.
Oh, interesting.
So there's a little bit of sculpting going
Yeah.
on in our department, and there's a little bit of refinement, and then we then share that again with the sculptors who then say yes.
Nice. JJ wants to know what got you interested in mold and cast. Did you just fall into it
I
somehow?
kind of fell into it. I'm an artist all around. I do sculpt on my own traditionally, and I do draw, and I paint, and I do murals. I do almost everything, and I love doing the costumes and all that kind of stuff. So I'm very much. I just love anything type of creativity.
Yeah.
I kind of was. I think I was very fortunate. I happened to be at the right place at the right time. and got to meet my boss through a tour that I got.
Really?
Through another job that I had that brought me to Sideshow, and then when the opportunity presented itself,
You jumped in.
they said, "Jerry, come work with us," and I'm like,
Nice.
"You don't have to ask twice. I'm
Done.
done. Yeah, I'm here," and it's been a dream ever since.
How long
I
have you
love
been here?
going on 3 years.
Oh wow.
Like, yeah, this coming next March it'd be
Nice.
it's
That's very cool.
crazy.
Let's see. Who's your biggest influence? I guess like your
Artistic
personally?
influence, or like.
There's different.
Well, I'll tell you, there's a lot of different. I guess
There's different ways to
that's
answer
a
that
really good
question.
question. That's a really
Yeah.
good question. And what I'll say is that I think overall, as I was growing up, I loved anyone who had characters that I could relate to. Like I grew up loving Charles Schultz,
Oh yeah.
Snoopy,
Uh-huh.
and I would draw
Yeah.
Snoopy all the time, and Charlie Brown and things like that. And then I would watch like the Dr. Seuss
Yes.
movies and stuff like that, like the specials that you see.
Yeah.
And then I would like watch all those stop motion,
Yes. All
movies.
the like claymation.
the
stop motion.
claymation ones,
Mhm.
like the Rankin Bass
Yes.
series and stuff. So I would watch all these things, and then certain movies really resonated with me. But I have to say that in my adult life, the one artist that really kind of like made me really passionate about was Tim Burton.
Oh, yeah.
Tim Burton is like, man, anything Tim Burton would do, I was like, okay, I'm there.
Yep, I'm there.
I'm there. So
Nice.
Nightmare Before Christmas was huge, and so
Yeah.
from there I just like would watch anything he would do.
Yeah.
Frankenweenie
Corpse
and all that
Bride
stuff.
was
Corpse
really
Bride, yeah.
beautiful. Yeah.
So that really got me kind of like, okay. And then I started sculpting those characters on my own
Yeah.
just to see if I could create them myself.
Yeah.
And then so when I went to art school in Santa Monica, people were like, "You are obsessed with Tim Burton stuff, aren't you? You're like everything is." And I'm like, "Yeah, I'd come dressed as Beetlejuice for Halloween. I'd come, or Edward Scissorhands, for Halloween." So that whole he really inspired me
Yeah.
in a direction that I thought I could relate to.
I think
And
that's a
then-
good way to get going in
Yeah.
art sometimes is I did that because my background is in photography before
Yeah.
I got into social media. And so I was really inspired by Annie Leibovitz a lot. And so my thing was to try to duplicate her poses and her lighting, not just for my own purposes,
Right.
because I learned a lot about lighting.
You
and
can learn a
posing
lot from just
from
observing.
trying to duplicate.
Yeah, trying
and
to
so
duplicate.
my thing was just copying until I figured out how she was doing some of the things she did, and then my own style developed from
Yeah.
there. But I think that's a really good way to get started.
They say that's the highest form of flattery,
yeah.
is by someone wanting to
Yeah.
do what you do. So
Yeah.
it's kind of cool to have that same thing. And
Yeah.
and I would say some of these actors and actresses that portray the characters that we get to then build ourselves
Is
and
amazing.
I like seeing their take on stuff.
Yeah.
Like when Heath Ledger played the Joker, for instance.
That brought a whole different flavor.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
I grew up with Jack Nicholson being,
Yeah.
or even who was the original guy
Oh,
from?
yeah.
I can't think of his name right
I can't think of
offhand.
his name.
Anyways, he was
his name?
the original Joker from
Uh-huh.
Batman and Robin when I watched it. Same bat time, same bat channel. But for knowing that there was other ways to tell that story,
Yeah.
opened my mind that there's different ways to tell a story with
It
the
was
different
also
characters.
nice that an audience was willing to hear these
Yeah.
other ways.
Yeah.
And that wasn't just like
At
that's
first,
not
when I
Batman.
saw it, it looked all sloppy.
Yeah. Like,
I wasn't a
what?
fan
Yeah.
till I saw the movie. I saw the movie and I was like,
Yeah.
this man is the Joker.
He was
and now I'm
amazing.
excited to see what Joaquin Phoenix will do.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
we'll see.
I mean, I know it's unpopular, but I also thought, you know what, Jared Leto brought something different
Yeah,
to the character.
he did,
You
he
might
did.
like it, you might not,
Yeah, he did.
but it was something different that no one else had done before. It was risky.
Yeah.
Some people hate it. I don't necessarily say that I love it, but I do like the effort of bringing something new
Yeah.
to the table. I like
yeah,
that.
I think anybody who has the ability to tell that story, look at it in that light.
Yeah.
See it for what it's worth that you can take from it. Because that's what I've done with all my life is I take what I think resonates with me
Yeah.
and I leave what doesn't.
Hmm.
And if I just take what I think I can I think that's a really good question, though.
think so,
That's
too.
really, I think all the things that artistically that I've ever seen in my life
Yeah.
help to mold my artistic flavor.
Agreed.
Hey, Jerry.
Yeah.
Joel's in chat.
Oh, Jules. Hi, Jules.
No, Joel.
Oh, Joel, my son
Kid,
Joel.
Yeah.
Hey,
Oh,
Joel.
Jay.
I thought you said Jules from
No,
next door.
Joel.
Joel, my son Joel. Hey,
All the
Joel
way
from
from
New
Hi.
York. My son Joel's in New York right
My
now.
son's not watching. Fun.
He wants to know
We need
what
to
Iron
network
Man
them,
suit
so.
is your favorite.
Oh, what Iron Man
Oh.
suit is my favorite? That's a really good
Is it
question.
the red shiny one?
No, it's actually War Machine.
Oh,
I love War Machine
yeah.
because, and I like it because he then becomes Iron Patriot.
Yeah.
But War Machine, and you'll know this, Joel. I have the little figure of War Machine in I have a little yellow
Yeah.
car that I drive, and it's actually standing
He
on
lives there.
He lives there.
Place of honor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I actually took that War Machine and I added some yellow touches to it
Oh, nice.
because I have an affinity with the color yellow, and so Joel will know this that I think out of all Iron Man is my favorite
Oh, really?
Avenger.
Okay.
But out of all the suits, I want to replicate that one someday.
Yeah.
I want to be able to come in as Iron Man someday and
Oh,
say,
that'd be cool.
yeah, and have all the cool, like, kind of fun stuff.
My personal favorite
Good
is
job, good-
Hulkbuster, just because I'm such a
Hulkbuster, yeah,
small person.
Hulkbuster is
And it'd be
awesome.
nice to be like a
Love
massive.
the Hulkbuster, yeah. But so
Hulk.
that's my favorite
Yeah.
is War Machine.
Let's see. We got a whole bunch of questions. Okay.
Oh,
Joe.
Chris Morrow, my friend Chris is on.
Oh, you've got
online.
all
Yeah.
kinds of family and friends watching. Nice. Joe wants to know: do you cut and break down the sculpts into separate pieces that are easier to cast, or is that another?
Yes,
group?
that's part of the process, because our figures are so intricate, especially the ones that I get to work on. We
Yeah.
do the fourth, scale,
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
quarter scale, and sometimes the 1/5 scale. We have to break it down so that we can really get the detail.
Yeah.
And so luckily the sculptors know, and we kind of work with the sculptors to say, okay, we need it to be broke down here and here and
So
here,
you can keep-
so that we
yeah.
can get at it, so that
Right.
if there's a little area that we can't really, we have to be able to
If
get
it's
at
in.
it. If it's inside too much, then we're kind of at a loss to actually get that detail.
Interesting.
So they break it up for us so that we can get the detail, get it all perfect, and then put it back together.
Nice.
So it really makes it really tight and really, I think the most perfect we can make it.
Yeah.
So that, and then also we send our tooling master to get molded that way. Each
Okay.
individual pieces, and then to be made together and assembled so that by the time
so cool.
you guys get it, it's like 8
It's-
pieces.
yeah.
And not 35 or
pieces. Yeah.
75 pieces,
Oh my gosh,
because
can
we
you
have
imagine?
we've had like really, I think Thanos had like almost 100 pieces.
Oh my
of
gosh.
Thanos, yeah.
Mag says, I'm proud of you, big brother. You taught me a lot. Thanks for doing my Darth Maul and Beetlejuice makeup.
Oh
Tony.
yeah.
This is
See,
like a
that's-
whole reunion
That's
for you.
that's Brunel, my best friend I was telling
yeah.
you about, and when
Oh.
we met in junior high.
That's so cool.
And we have literally been like in contact since
That's amazing.
that time. So lifelong friend, and
That's
he
so
goes
cool.
he goes by Tony.
Okay.
I always
Hi, Tony.
I call him. He calls me Strudel. I call him Loodle. We used to do that, Strudel Loodle. I don't know. It's something that
It's a
we
thing.
made up back in
And it just
in
stuck.
grade in that school time. But thanks for being on there.
We got some questions. What is your Holy Grail cosplay?
The Holy Grail cosplay so far, I think that's a toss-up between this last year that I did with the Pennywise,
It was meticulous.
or even my Edward Scissorhands.
Oh yeah.
Edward Scissorhands. I've gone to costume contests and won like
Really?
major money with that one.
What do you have planned for this year, or is it a surprise?
It's secret.
It's a secret.
Yeah, I can't
Secret.
divulge things. If I did, I'd have to.
Yeah, everybody,
You know?
everybody, and there's 62 people. So
Yeah,
it'd
yeah.
be a lot. It'd be a lot.
No, but yeah.
Mel, are we gonna have a Halloween show this year that he could he can debut?
Depends on what he's dressed as.
I won't come as anything scary.
Okay,
I'll tell you
deal.
that.
Then yes.
Then
Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
Let's see. The skill set is strong with this one, Thomas says. Nice. Do you like the new Hot Toys Iron Patriot Endgame figure, the big blue one? Have you seen it?
You know what? I don't think I've seen it yet.
I'll have to take a
How
look at
when?
that.
Yeah, I'd have to
It
take a
just
peek
went
at
up in
that
the
one.
past couple weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's new. Oh, here you go.
I'd like to see it. I
Favorite-
probably love it, even if
You're
it's
like,
a
yep,
blue.
I love it.
Just because if it's
You
already
see the
Iron
Punisher
Patriot.
War Machine? That's
I
been
did
out
see
for a
that
while.
one. I did see that one. I like that.
Sweet. Got that one on order. Favorite Xenomorph alien design? Prequels included. Roller
Let's
skate
see.
Iron Man is the best next to nose flap Iron Man.
Wait, what was that last question?
Okay, favorite Xenomorph or alien design? Prequels included.
I would say.
Oh, Cesar Romero was the name we couldn't
Caesar
think of.
Romero. Thank you. Thank you. I knew it was there. I just couldn't bring it
Yeah.
up to the screen.
Jeff already knew that. You just didn't ask.
I-
the
Thanks,
person.
Jeff. Thanks for the help.
Thank you.
I wasn't listening.
You just went,
Caesar
I knew
Romero.
that. I'm so glad you're here
And,
then.
fun-
not
and the
listening.
funny thing
I answered
about
her.
that was
Yeah,
I always
I
thought it
asked.
was strange that he kept his mustache on and just painted over
He
it.
refused to
Yeah,
shave his
and then
mustache
it
off.
just
Painted
looked funny.
over it.
Even at really close areas on the camera shots, you would see that was
Yeah.
hair painted.
Yeah.
And you're like,
It's like,
Yeah,
look,
no, that was
you want me to do
his
this or
look.
not?
that was his
Side
shtick.
of movies and everything.
Yeah.
He like they asked him to shave it off and he refused.
He's like, no.
That's not
But
happening.
he was a great Joker.
He was a great joker.
He was a great Joker. So
Okay, Xenomorph alien design.
I don't know. That's a tough one. How,
Yeah.
Do you have any? That you,
Does Alien sound like the kind of movie that I'd probably be heavily invested
I don't
in?
think you would be. When I remember seeing that movie for the first time,
Yeah.
and having that alien burst out
Yep,
of that
that's when
guy's
I was
stomach,
like, I'm out.
yeah. My friend that came with me, he was about to hurl, and we were. And I liked watching the movies, but I didn't necessarily like gravitate too much to,
To that whole
thing more than other
Yeah.
ones. But I remember when Spaceballs came out in that scene in the movie where he
Yes.
actually goes, "Oh no, not again!"
Yes.
And then, "Hello, my baby. Hello, my darling. Hello, my," and that killed me in the
Yes.
theater. I was like, "This is one of my new favorite movies of all time is
Because of
Spaceballs,"
that.
because they made so much fun of everything.
my
But that
God.
specific scene
That was
was
great.
gold. So
The correct answer is the Big Chap because that's the original
The
design.
Big Chap is my favorite because it's the original design
the
by
big
Giger.
okay, that would be I guess.
and other reasons that I haven't thought of yet.
Because it's by Giger.
Because it's by
By yeah,
Giger.
by
Giger.
Giger.
My
Geiger.
favorite.
How do you say it?
I always say Giger.
Okay, I've heard it Geiger.
I don't
Yeah,
know if
there's
that's
a-
a person or a thing.
He's the-
Giger, yes. It's
Yeah,
an artist.
he's the artist.
An
That
amazing
artist?
Created all
My
that
favorite,
world.
for sure.
Geiger.
Isn't
I heard it
also a
Geiger.
way to measure radioactivity?
Yeah, a
Geiger
Geiger
Yeah, like a
counter.
Geiger count.
Geiger counter.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. JJ Joe, yes, there is going to be a spooktacular. Absolutely, there's going to be a spooktacular. There's going to be some.
Oh, did I
No,
cry at
we're
the
taking
end
this
of
year off.
Endgame? Can I answer that?
Yes. The question is, did he cry at the end of Endgame?
I did.
Yeah.
I had some
Little tear?
tears. Yeah, I'm a sensitive guy.
Yeah.
My wife and I can go to like chick flicks, and I can walk out of the movie totally proud of myself that I cried just as much as she did. And the thing is, I love sentimental parts in a movie.
Yeah.
So that whole thing with
For other
Spider-Man
reasons,
saying, the Tony Stark,
Oh God.
that kind of ripped my the heartstrings. So I love it. I love it when a movie makes me tear up.
Yeah.
I love it
And they get you.
because I don't mind showing a little vulnerability,
Yeah.
So
That's how you experience
yeah,
things.
but I did cry.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jonathan Sanchez wants to know how many, maybe you know the answer to this, how many facial expressions are typically worked on for a statue or a figure? Are you involved in that part of the
Yeah,
process?
well, typically we get usually 2 that we'll work on, sometimes a 3rd or 4th to see which one they like better to
Yeah.
then use as the one that they'll ultimately pick.
Does it go as far as mold and cast while they're still
It
deciding?
can,
Okay.
and it has. So, but what I like about that is that back when I was talking about the fact that our statues are so intricate,
Yeah.
the things that we get to work on are not posable like the Hot Toys.
Right.
So we get to do things where there's another arm
Oh,
that gets, or another, yeah, or the swap out head,
so they can.
or the swap out armor, or the swap out, something that makes it that you can feel like you have a little control of which one you like. And I like that idea. So if you have Thanos that has the like, I'm gonna get all of you, Thanos, or the Thanos is like, I know who I am. Do you know who you are, Thanos? Where he's in total control. So you have different looks.
Yeah.
And you can have that be your favorite things. So. But yeah, that has happened.
Yeah, that's very cool.
Yeah.
There's good questions in here.
May the Schwartz be with you. You too, Chris.
And also with you.
May the Schwartz be with you. I love this.
Let's see. What upcoming Marvel movie or series are you looking forward to? There's a lot that was announced. A lot.
Like
Did
TV series
I think
or the movies?
Oh, it says either movie or series.
Okay. I want to see more of the ones that they've been introducing more of. Like,
Okay.
I definitely want to see more of either. I know if people are gonna hate this, but I want to see more Captain Marvel. I want to see what she does next. I want to see more Black Panther for sure.
Yeah.
I want to see what else? There's
On the series, I really want to see more Jessica Jones and Punisher.
Okay,
Have you
yes.
watched the series?
I've seen I haven't seen too much of Jessica Jones, but the Punisher I have.
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. But as far as movies, because I consider myself a movie buff, where I like to go to movies and take my family to movies, and I love for me the Marvel world has done such a good job that I think that they consistently have they do a good job. So I'm really excited for a lot of these characters coming up.
There's a lot. I mean, they've definitely bitten off a lot. Did you see the announcement of like the 12 or whatever movies that are coming out?
I did, and I sometimes get that confused with how much Disney's been putting out. So they're like in competition to get how much more they can get out. But Disney itself is pushing a lot. So
there's a lot. Given the opportunity to work on any project, what would it be?
Like big scale or little scale, or are you talking about character-wise, or?
Yeah, I mean.
Wow.
Again,
that's a loaded question because I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
As an artist, as a creator, I would love to do sometimes I just wish stick me in a room and I'll just start pouring out ideas and then you guys pick what you want.
Something.
And I'll do it. Yeah, and I'll do it.
That sounds like a theme of a new show.
Yeah. I love the fact that our minds have so much going on in there that sometimes it's hard to pinpoint one thing that you want to do because if I had a way to duplicate myself, I would do that because I would have one guy doing this, one guy doing that, one guy doing over here, and one guy on the beach over here enjoying life, and another guy.
And you can switch out.
Exactly, kind of like what was that, Multiplicity? I love that movie.
Oh my
Multiplicity.
gosh! And the fourth copy.
The fourth copy. But I love that idea of sending everybody out to do their jobs and getting it all done.
Yes.
I would love to have 5 of them just doing all my different art projects that I have ideas that I want to get on, but I just run out of time.
That'd be so cool.
But yeah.
There's a question of what's the most intricate piece you have worked on?
Oh, the most intricate piece. I would say probably on our fairy tale line that we have with the Scott Campbell. Either Tinkerbell or I would even say maybe even Alice, which is one of my favorites.
Yeah.
But she had so many little intricate like bows and little things.
Little tiny things.
It's always, you know what it is too? It's not necessarily, there's sometimes very intricate pieces on almost anything that we do.
Right.
Because if you look at Deadpool, he's got shoelaces that are so, and they're sculpted shoelaces that we have to clean and get them all ready. And they'll break in a moment's notice or something, or even hair, like a wisp of hair.
You have to
Yeah, little wisps of hair that are off of the Joker or something, and those things have to be cleaned and then put in very, very.
Yeah.
I guess,
Precisely. And like,
yeah, and you have to package them in such a way that they won't break on the way to getting.
And it has to look seamless.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
So there's a lot. There's a lot of them that have been very intricate, but I would say probably that comes to mind would be the fairy tale fantasy
Yeah.
ones. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, there's one. Okay, so Jeff won't come on camera.
Okay.
Ever. So JJ wants to know if you would sculpt Jeff so we can at least get a facsimile
I
of
could
what
do.
he looks
You know
like.
what I would do? I could do a caricature
There you
sculpt
go.
of him because I love doing caricatures.
Yeah.
So I could do like a bobblehead kind
Yeah.
of
That'd be a good
situation.
idea.
That
He's
would.
not even listening.
Yeah.
We're talking
But
about
I
him.
could do
He's not
that.
listening.
We're working.
And I would really. I'd have fun doing that
What
because
are you-
Jeff's
We've
my
all just
homie.
signed off that
Let's-
he's making a bobblehead of Jeff so that people at home can at least get an idea of what he looks like.
You gotta get that elephantitis to look just.
Yes. We've said he's so deformed that
the
he won't come on
elephantitis?
timer.
Yeah,
Yes.
right.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh gosh, there's so. Oh, what's your favorite of the classic monsters like Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman?
Oh,
all those?
okay. Growing up, I always, we would have like my brother. I have two older brothers.
Okay.
And myself, and it was Alex, Eric, and I with the three amigos kind of thing.
Okay.
But one of us always, my brother Eric was always Dracula.
Okay.
Alex, the taller one, was always Frankenstein, and
Okay.
I always got to be the Wolfman.
And you're the youngest.
And I'm the youngest
Okay.
out of the three, because people
Yeah.
thought we were triplets.
Triplets? Oh, because you guys are.
But
really
we're 11 months and 2 weeks apart.
close. Okay.
Yeah, so we're Irish twins.
Uh-huh. That's what the term.
Right, the
yeah.
term Irish twins.
Not offensive at
so
all.
so that if you didn't clear a year, you're considered
Yes.
Irish twin. Okay, so
Yeah.
we didn't clear that year, so we were thought of as triplets because I kind of like caught up to them.
Yeah.
They were smaller because they're
Okay.
twins, and so I caught up to them. So everybody always asked us if we were triplets. My mom always used to dress us alike.
Okay.
So she always used to give me the odd man out color. So if they had two blue sweaters, I had the red one.
Right.
If they had two red shirts, I had the blue one. So something like that. But we used to always play monsters
Oh, how funny.
when we were growing up. And Eric was always the Dracula.
Yeah.
He liked Dracula. And Alex was always Frankenstein, and I was always the Wolfman. So I'd have to say the Wolfman to me, because when Teen Wolf came out,
Yeah.
the movie Teen Wolf, I
Yes.
loved it.
That was a great movie.
I have to do
Yes.
a wolf costume
Yeah.
one day.
That would be
I
good.
think that would be fun. I would like to probably do like Little Red Riding Hood wolf.
Oh yeah, I
You
did.
know?
There was a girl when I was a photographer. There was a girl who was heading to cosplay, and her
Uh-huh.
parents fully supported this. She was 15, 16, and she did a Little Red Riding Hood wolf cosplay.
Yeah.
And we did a whole like photo shoot of it, like in the woods, and it was a whole thing
Yeah.
where she was both sides.
Oh,
Yeah, she was both.
sides. Oh,
yeah,
wow,
and it
that's
was
cool.
very cool. Like depending on the angle where you viewed her, she was either the innocent young girl or she was the wolf, and it was very
Nice.
cool. She also did like a dual Alice in Wonderland, like
Oh,
dual sides.
Mad Hatter.
Yeah,
and
so she was
Alice?
Alice, sweet Alice, and then she was crazy,
Crazy
Alice. Like
Alice.
she was
Oh.
now the new Mad Hatter. She was insane and kind of dark.
That
It was
reminds
pretty
me,
cool.
one time I did my wife's costume as Alice,
Yeah.
but I did the Queen of Hearts colors to Alice.
Oh,
so
nice.
imagine Alice with the Queen of Heart colors.
That's very cool.
And then I was the Mad Hatter.
Well, do your brothers cosplay?
No.
So you can't reunite the band, is what you're
Can't.
saying.
Somewhere along the line, they kind of lost interest. I kept going with it.
Yeah.
Now I did kind of pass on that gene to my sister Heidi, and to my brother Joey. So
Interesting.
they picked up that gene, and then my kids kind of got it a little bit too. But
Okay.
they've got the like Joe likes to
Yeah.
do cosplay stuff.
Yeah, he commented about your cosplay either. Okay, hold on.
Wow, a lot of good
there's-
questions.
Yeah. Let's see. American Werewolf in London is still the best werewolf movie.
Yes, it was very good. I love that
Yeah.
one.
That
I
was a
have
good
to
one.
say that was a very good one.
What was the most memorable moment in your career?
So far?
Career at Sideshow or career?
Yeah, because my career spans almost, gosh, I've been doing some sort of artwork or some kind of doing something creative since I was in like grade school. But I would say professionally, when I started doing murals and things,
Yeah.
I was an entrepreneur at heart, so I had my own business making murals for kids' rooms
Yeah.
and doctors' offices and dentists' offices and things like that. So I had a lot of fun drawing on walls and then painting the most elaborate things you can think of. And I think probably that kind of bled into doing things like this. I got
Yeah.
to do this
That's
back here.
so cool.
If you guys have seen when we
The
revealed the wall, the sideshow wall,
so
I got
fun.
to do all the piping and all this stuff, and I got to create this, what you see behind you.
That's so fun.
But I like doing that because to me, that's where I really shine.
Yeah.
I get to do crazy like this table.
Oh, you did this too?
I got to do this table so that it could be something nice on camera.
Yeah.
Something
Something
that
cool.
that stuff on the window and stuff like that.
Nice.
So my favorite thing is just letting those creative juices
Yes.
go. That's the highlight of being an artist.
Yeah. It's just to be able
Is-
to do something.
It's just being let free to
Yes.
do crazy and fun things,
So
and that's
fun.
what I really like. That's what resonates with me, just being creative, whether it's small or
yeah,
big.
something big. I
like
love it.
I love it.
The background set looks awesome. Bravo on
thank
the
you.
studio design.
Thank you.
Okay. Here's an interesting one. If you could create an episode of the upcoming Marvel animated show, What If?
Wait, what?
The upcoming Marvel animated show, What
What?
If?
Oh, what if?
What would you what if?
Ooh, see, now that would take some time, because I could
really
what if
think
a
about
lot
that,
of
yeah.
what ifs. Oh gosh.
Somebody back here, John,
Ooh.
said we should have a page on the Sideshow website, have the artists submit sketches, and then let collectors vote like
Oh.
Lego does.
Oh,
That would be
yeah.
fun, wouldn't it?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
original character designs, or like
or what
or
things that they
translations
want to
of
come up with.
characters,
Maybe.
like licensed character
Yeah,
designs, or
yeah. Like what he's saying is that if
like Lego does that.
yeah,
apparently.
so like they want to have a new Joker, for instance.
Yeah.
Come up with some new sketch or a new
Yeah.
Mad Hatter
new
or
take
whatever,
on
new
whatever.
take on this
That'd be
character
cool.
and have a bunch of artists draw it.
Yes.
I'd be down with that. I'd be
cool.
down with that.
Oh, did you work on the Court of the Dead display that was at last year's SDCC?
Yes,
That
I
was
actually created that 3 years ago,
Oh, okay.
and that was the first year it was really big.
Yeah. I
It was like
remember that.
25 feet long,
Massive.
and it was out by I think it was like 7
Yeah.
7 feet out, or no, it was out a little ways,
Yeah.
4 or 5
It
feet
was
out.
somewhere like you could get in it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it had a lot of intricals. That I got to
That's so
create
fun.
that. My friend Paul,
Yeah.
who does work for Sideshow in shipping, he was my right hand man helping me
That's
to
so
do things.
cool.
But I did. We came up with the concept, and they said, "Okay, Jerry, can you make this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like looking, I'm like, I can make this, because I like
do
to work
this.
with foam and
Okay.
things like that. So it's the base is foam. Actually, the table itself we had to have created.
Okay.
So it had metal and wood, and then on top of that, we took the foam. I would take the foam and sculpt it into stone.
Sculpt it all. Okay.
Yeah, and then get it ready, and then we would coat it with a coating that gets it kind of rock hard.
Yeah.
That will withstand the public coming up to
Banging
it,
into
banging
it.
into it, and stuff
Yeah.
like that. And then we would paint it to make it look like an old
That's so
castle,
cool.
and if you appreciate the Court of the Dead, which I do,
Yeah.
lots of skulls, lots
Yeah, it
of
was
like
all
old,
sculpted.
and that's what I really love doing is the decay
Yeah.
of things. Like
So cool.
like getting things looking rusty and old. Is
Yeah.
that this year for it was changed up a little bit,
Yeah.
a lot smaller,
Yeah.
but I got to take the skulls.
Man,
And-
the stanchion heads.
Yeah, and
Those are cool.
those little windows that
Yeah.
had the.
Oh yeah, on the
yeah.
front of the display.
I pounded each one of those
Ah.
those little metal strips
That's so cool.
myself.
Yeah.
Made those that to make it look like old.
Yeah, and in there.
Yeah, like they were
It was
imprisoned.
like it was an environment.
Yeah,
that they were
imprisoned,
in.
and the skulls were like bulging out.
That was so cool.
And so that was really
and then
fun.
there was the logo, the
the
icon.
logo itself.
Yeah.
That's Tom's magic.
The skulls that were on top of the stanchions became like people would walk by and rub it like for luck.
Oh,
you know what I
yeah.
mean? Like they're like, oh hey, and they
Yeah.
were petting them all. It was really funny.
But
they
then
were good.
we had those little rock formations that
Yeah.
could display the different things, and
It was really cool.
yeah, I had a lot of fun doing that. So yeah,
That's
3
so
years in
fun.
a row I've done the
Nice.
Court of the Dead display.
Well, I have that little tiny studio that we use in the marketing building where we do little live sets, and right now there's nothing in it because it's so tiny. So it's always like, well, what are we going to do to it? It's so tiny. I don't know. It's a big challenge.
Well,
So it's an
maybe we
empty
can look at that
yeah,
and
it's a
see if we
blank
can help
slate.
you out.
We'll have to bring you over and go, okay, you've got this much space to work with.
Hey,
Ready to go.
I'm Jerry on the spot.
That's
there.
right. We'll have to see. Okay, back to the what if questions.
Okay.
Sorry, Robert, we got distracted. The what if, what would you... It's an animated series, so they can really do anything.
Oh man. Wow. Jeez,
I want to see Captain Marvel and Rocket have an adventure.
yeah, they could do that.
He has a lot of attitude. I don't know what she would do with that attitude. Like, how would she cope with that?
You know,
It's a lot.
oh man, if I could do a redo an animated thing on my list, not aside from like Marvels and things like that, I would do a new animated version of like the Speed Racer universe.
That's shocking because what is your car?
Oh yeah, I do drive the Mach 5.
I mean,
But that aside,
that's just a coincidence.
yeah. But the thing is, I've always been fascinated with that
Yeah.
family
Yeah.
and the whole dynamics of
so
Pops
cool.
and and Racer X being his brother, like
Yeah.
Racer X. Anyways, and them not being able to figure it out, even though they did, and he's like, no. Anyways, but I like the whole. When I was a kid, I grew up on the old anime
Yeah.
Speed Racer, and for me, I would love to see someone do because I love the movie. I know there's a lot of haters that didn't like the movie, but if you watch that movie for its like creative content and the way they filmed it, how it looks like you're watching a comic book,
Yeah.
and that you can be kind of like frame for frame how they go to different. I would like to see an animated version of something like that with people
Interesting.
really get attached to.
Yeah.
And I would love to see kind of what happens on a day-to-day basis
What
with
is-
him and Trixie and him and Spritle and him, and all the different dynamics of the family.
Yeah.
Because that's a movie that made me cry.
Yeah.
I did. I cry every time I watch that movie when his mom comes in and says,
Yeah.
you race because you're an artist, and when I watch you race, I'm just in awe.
Aw.
And I'm so proud.
I can't handle
she
mother-son
says
stuff.
she says I'm so impossibly proud to be your mom.
Oh,
and then I just and then at the end when he wins the whole thing and puts the people in a place that was trying to sabotage everything.
Mom,
So
we
crying.
did it.
Because I would love to see an animated series of that.
That's cool.
So maybe somebody can work on that.
We've caused a halt.
Oh,
Wait.
Does Mach 5
Wait.
have blades in the front and street legal? Well, it is street legal. I took basically MX-5. It's a
Yeah.
Miata, Mazda Miata MX-5, and I just basically slapped on the decals, the stickers on it, to make it look like the Mach 5. And people, believe it or not, that's all I did. And people take pictures of it, and they're
Yeah.
like, want to see, like, oh my gosh. And you should see the people that stop when I'm getting gas in my car.
Yeah.
I love that car, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I'm glad I can bring a happy smile to
Yes.
people. And when I was doing my mural business, I drove the Mystery Machine. I had a van that I painted like the
love it.
Mystery Machine.
That's
So,
awesome.
and it had my business logo on it. Didn't say Mystery Machine, but people love that. I brought smiles to people's faces.
What
So I'm
happened to it?
reliving it. Oh, it's in storage right now. It broke. The engine burnt out
Oh,
and everything.
so now it's a set piece.
It's
It's just
actually housing a lot of my Halloween stuff. So
I mean,
it's a storage
good,
unit.
If you're gonna store something, that's
But
a cool
it
way
is
to
the
store
Mystery
stuff.
Machine. It is the Mystery
Wow.
Machine, and I got to drive that like all all over
Nice.
San Fernando Valley, and people to this day still remember the Mystery Machine.
That's so cool. JJ Joe wants to see a picture of this car. I mean,
Oh.
with your permission, I could post
Yeah,
it.
please do.
Yeah,
I
I'll
have
post it.
I have some pictures I can send you. and
Okay,
you can do
perfect.
that. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
I'll do that. I'll post it.
It's fun. It's fun to drive because it's little. It's like driving a little go-kart, but I'm like, I do all the I even have the yellow gloves that I have in the compartment, and I have a little chim chim that's sitting on my little readout thing.
That's
And
awesome.
Yeah,
so-
but you have the whole outfit.
I do have the
You
whole
came
outfit.
to our
I did
go-kart
come.
races
I did
as
come
Speed
as
Racer.
speed racer
Yes.
to the go-kart races, our annual trike races.
Nice.
And I did take away one win, but then I got slaughtered
Yeah.
in the next one. I spun out.
Do you know when those races were held last year? During Spooktacular, my
Yeah.
busiest time of the
That's
year.
right.
I did not get to
It was
play.
October,
Yeah.
early October.
My desk is right next to the door leading to the warehouse. So I'm trying to I'm managing Spooktacular, and
Yeah.
the whole day it's boop, and all these
I
noises.
dyed my hair black for that.
It was pretty cool.
We can't do it in that warehouse anymore.
No,
Not
we
anymore.
can't.
Now
It's
it's
full.
full of
It's
product.
full. It's full.
It's being
I
wasted on
remember-
product.
Lame product.
Lame.
I remember those races.
Yeah.
Not because I worked here,
Mm-hmm.
but because
I was saying,
Autumn was trying to post things.
I'm trying to run Spooktacular, and it's
They're
so
doing
loud.
go-kart races outside my door, and I
Yes.
want to go do it, but I have to make work.
Yes, and it wasn't just that,
That
the
was-
racing was happening. It was that really loud.
We have too
boop.
much fun here at Sideshow, but
We do.
it's great.
Yeah.
We have a lot of. We work hard, but we have
Yes.
a lot of fun too. We play hard too.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There's requests for an A-Team van, so if you could really quick make one of those.
Oh, an 18 van.
Yeah.
I did. Yeah. That's on my bucket list. I
Yeah.
have a few on my bucket list of cars that I want to own.
Yeah.
One is the General Lee.
Oh my
for
gosh,
from,
yes.
Dukes
I
of
have a
Hazzard.
little
Do you
generally on
change
my
the
desk.
top of the?
I would
Love
change
it.
the top so that it wouldn't
Yeah.
be offensive to
I also
anybody.
want Daisy's
But I would
Jeep.
love to have the 01 on
Yeah.
the side and
Right,
everything.
Yes.
And how cool is that
They're never-
sound?
they're
It
never
would bring
meaning
people
no
back
harm.
to their childhood. But then
I love it.
definitely I would like to Batmobile. Who would not
Yes.
love the Batmobile? The original
Obviously.
Batmobile. The original Batmobile with the red pinstriping on it and
The
everything.
The 60, the 65?
Ghostbusters car.
Yeah.
Another one.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters car. I actually used to drive a hearse back when I lived in the valley. My wife and I were first married when Joel was just 2.
So that was your opportunity.
Yeah, I drove a hearse because I worked I did a lot of work for a haunted house attraction, and it's called Spooky House in the Valley. If anybody
Nice.
remember in the valley, in San Fernando Valley, it was on the corner of Victory and Victory and Topanga. Topanga and Victory.
Interesting.
And we had the biggest house, but I used to drive the hearse around and take it home.
Oh my
And it had
gosh.
Spooky House all over it and everything.
Oh.
And my wife's like, we're the Addams family, because we
Yeah.
have a hearse,
Hearse.
or we're the Munsters because
Yes.
we have a hearse in our driveway, and
Yes.
everybody looks at us like funny, but yeah,
That's so
I had
funny.
black lights in it and everything. It was awesome.
Desiree says you need to help us design our tiki bar.
Oh, definitely,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yes. Joe says he's turning his wife's minivan into an A-Team van. That's
See?
pretty sweet.
Good job, Joe.
Oh my gosh. Netflix is working on a new animated Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
That sounds good.
That sounds cool.
Love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Heroes in a half shell. Turtle,
Turtle
power.
Power. I'm part of the Foot Clan because my last name is Foot.
Nice.
Yeah, so.
Nice. Nice.
Honorary member.
A thunder tank, Evo says.
Oh, and by the way, my buddy that I work with, Rob DeMeo, he's a huge Turtles fan.
Nice.
So you go to his desk or you come,
And it's all
you would see
turtles.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles everywhere
Nice.
because that's his thing. So
Nice.
shout out to Rob.
When I was a kid watching Dukes of Hazzard, religiously, I wanted Daisy's Jeep so bad.
Daisy
and I have her
Dukes.
the Jeep, sitting on my desk.
Did you also want her shorts though?
I did not. No, I did not, but I did want
Sorry,
the Jeep.
you had to go there,
Because she
but-
was so cool in her Jeep. She
Yeah,
was very cool.
She was definitely, yeah.
She was, as a young girl, I just saw her as being super cool. Not so much that I wanted
As
to
a
dress
young
like
boy,
her.
I was like, yeah, Daisy.
You had a different
but-
reaction
yeah.
than I did.
But no,
Yeah.
I have to say that was one of my favorite shows growing
my
up
gosh.
watching.
Are you going to have the reel-to-reel recorder too? In which?
The reel-to-reel recorder. Oh,
In the vehicle? Oh, the other one also is Knight Rider. I want
Knight Rider.
Kit.
I have a friend that has Kit. He calls it Car.
Really?
Yeah.
Like K-A-R-R?
K-A-R-R.
Nice.
Yeah. This
This is my collection. Like, I don't collect a lot, but I do collect my favorite cars from TVs and
Yeah.
movies all over my desk.
Okay,
So, like,
okay.
from older things and newer things.
So the reel-to-reel, are we talking, because I know that, well, Speed Racer has the little homing pigeon that goes out,
Yeah.
which he has a little thing comes out. He has all those little things, but the reel-to-reel recorder, I'm trying to think which
Oh,
one.
he must be talking about the A-Team because JJ was talking at Joe, who said he was
Oh.
making his wife's car into the
The
A-Team.
A-Team. Oh,
Yeah.
A-Team. Okay,
Yeah.
so I watched that religiously too.
Yeah.
My favorite character was Murdoch that was
Uh-huh.
on that. He
He's
was made me
crazy.
laugh my head off.
Uh-huh.
He was like Jim Carrey before Jim Carrey came out.
Yes.
Anyways, but yeah, I have to say we always played A-Team as kids
Uh-huh.
too.
And who
And
did
I
you
was
play?
always Murdoch. My brother was always my one brother was always Face Man, and
Yeah.
he was like the smart one, the good-looking one. My brother Alex was always Mr. T.
Nice.
And then Heidi, my sister, was what was her name? I know this.
Did you see Mr. T go on Silver Spoons to be his personal
Yes.
bodyguard? And then when they're asking questions in history, he knew all the questions. He knew all the answers about the Declaration of Independence and all of that. That was great. I
Yeah.
love Silver Spoons.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah, but my sister Heidi played the girl,
The
Amy.
Amy.
Her name was Amy. I knew it was
Nice.
going to come to me.
The Bat Cycle from the
The
animated
Bat
series.
Cycle. Love the Bat
Oh.
Cycle.
Car is the evil kit from the show. I forgot about that.
Is it? That's right.
I forgot about that.
That's right.
Good
it was
catch,
that
Pop
whole
Culture
that
Asylum.
was. I remember that.
I
They
did
had a
forget that.
mustache on the front of it and everything.
It was the mustache and the goatee,
goatee.
because that's how you can distinguish
That's how
an
you
evil
can tell.
person.
You know.
Like evil
Yes.
Batman and evil Superman were always with the
Oh my
goatee.
gosh.
I love that. Super Friends from the other dimension. Yeah.
Joe Lombardo says, I'm planning a gun case filled with water pistols and super soakers in the wife's A-Team.
Oh, there you
van.
go.
There you go.
There you go.
That's ready
And
to go.
lots of duct tape.
Yep.
Can't forget the duct tape,
Yep.
because duct tape fixes everything.
Yes.
The best part of all of that is you're even with the water guns, you're gonna miss everybody.
Yeah.
Because they never hit anybody.
Because
nobody
they never
ever
hit
anybody.
anybody. Everybody
Yeah.
always got out of their car.
Oh my
and everybody,
gosh.
nobody ever died.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Jason says there's a guy in Western Australia with a kit from Knight Rider, and another person has the Ghostbusters car Ecto 1.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Identical to the TV ones.
Yeah. We have a Sideshow little golf
Yeah,
cart.
yeah.
And
That needs to be decked out.
I propose that become the Ecto 1.
No, I think it should be the Flintstones.
Flintstones too, that could work.
But that would
Flintstones
look
could work.
really
Yeah,
wo-
because
it
you
would
could
look
do
great.
it. And yeah.
And you could put some feet.
Definitely.
underneath.
And I can make that.
Yeah.
I could make that.
Make it happen.
I can make it happen.
That would be awesome.
Just let me know. Hey,
Mhm.
Greg, let me know.
Yeah.
It's 11:52.
Oh, we
so
gotta
you
pick our
should
winner.
Probably talk about
Oh, is it really?
I think the person who asked you what your greatest influence was, that's supposed to be a great
Yeah.
conversation. And then they had a second person who's also
Rabble,
really
rabble,
great.
rabble.
Yeah. Rumble,
Okay,
rumble.
I think it was Evo. I don't know what your actual real name is, but Evo asked the questions that really prompted some great conversation. So you are the winner.
Yep.
So congratulations. Yep. Okay, so what you need to do is email me, which is social@sideshow.com, and you need to put your real name, your address, and your phone number, and you're gonna get one of these guys sent to you. You also need to, let's see, Evo. I feel like you've won something in the past before, so I will look you up, but I think I do know who you are. So just make sure you put your real name and then Evo. Nobody else emailing me claiming to be Evo, because I do remember who Evo is, so don't try it.
Yep. Optimus Prime golf
Ooh,
cart.
Optimus Crime.
Optimus
That's a cool
Prime.
character.
Yeah, Optimus Prime.
For something, I don't know what.
That's Optimus Prime with the goatee.
Yeah,
Yes,
that's right.
mwah.
Yep,
Evil
I could see
twin.
that. I could see that.
Goliath was the name of the truck from Knight Rider. That's a deep cut right there. Nice. Goliath. Did Evo ask about Danny DeVito? Roberto likes to ask
Penny.
about the Danny DeVito
Penguin
penguin.
PF.
Every show,
Oh,
every
okay.
chance he gets. He's like, hey,
That
just
would be a good one.
reminder.
That would actually, I
Mhm.
would.
He's convinced that if he asks often
I-
enough,
maybe
it'll
we do it.
manifest.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm a true believer in
Yeah.
the law of
put it out
attraction
there.
and
Put it out there in the world.
keep putting it out there. Maybe it'll happen.
Let me put this lightly. Roberto is doing his part
Yes.
to make that happen, and I can appreciate
My
that.
hat's off to you, Roberta.
All right, I think we're gonna wrap it up. You guys.
Thank you.
thanks
Oh, I
so
didn't
much.
get to ask my question
Oh,
about
yeah.
who's my favorite
Oh
Batman.
yeah.
That's true.
Okay, so my favorite Batman would have to probably be Adam West because I'm old school, and even though he's like,
Yeah.
so corny,
It was awesome.
that's what I grew up with. That's
Yeah.
what I loved, and I could say every good thing about every other Batman that I've seen because I do like them all for
Yeah.
different reasons. But I have to say, for my favorite, it'd have to be Adam West because he's the Batman that started it off for me
Yeah.
of liking. For instance, Robin was my first favorite superhero.
Yeah.
It wasn't Batman. I loved Batman,
Really?
but I loved Robin even more.
Do you think it's because you're the baby brother?
Because I was the baby brother, so
Yeah.
I got to be Robin all
Yeah.
the time. And I liked, for whatever reason, I liked the funky color combination. The
I liked
red
the
with the
pow
yellow
and
with
the-
the
'cause that was how
green.
we
It was like
played.
really strange. You got elf-like.
Yeah.
But and I don't know why, but I liked it. Anyway,
It was
so
cool.
I'd have to say Adam West.
Yeah.
And then
All right, guys.
Joker, Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Heath Ledger, Joker,
It was a good Joker.
rest in peace. But then I'm really excited to see what Joaquin Phoenix does.
It's gonna be interesting.
And he's really nice. He's a really nice guy.
Is he?
Yeah, I got to meet
Well,
him.
he always brings something really crazy and weird and cool
Yeah.
to almost every role I've seen him.
I
play,
have so many Joker things on my desk. Like
Yeah.
Jokered out.
So you're just like, bring it. Let's see.
Bring it. Let's.
What are you gonna do?
I really do have a lot of faith in him because he was like, "That's a tall order to fill." He was telling us,
Yeah,
and I'm like, I think you could do it. If
Yeah.
anybody, you could do it.
I think so.
Yep.
I think we did this show. Nice. All right, guys.
Hey,
So
thanks
much
for having me on,
coming.
guys.
What do we have tomorrow for people to watch on Sideshow Live?
Tomorrow.
In case you guys.
is-
Oh wait, is that mic on?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
so you
this
guys
whole
can
time.
hear. Go.
No, it's just for show.
Okay.
Tomorrow is Harry Potter's birthday.
Oh.
Yes.
So-
Akio birthday party.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
exactly.
Who's coming on to talk about that?
We're gonna have Jeff May with us
Nice.
tomorrow. The delightful and always hilarious.
He's
Jeff
the host
May.
of one of our podcasts,
Yeah.
Sideshow's Sideshow with Jeff May.
Yes,
Yes.
that's
Which
right.
dropped today.
Which
Check
drops
it
today.
out.
Check it out on our social. You can grab some links there.
We'll
Cool.
also have Kat Sapine on, one of our painters.
Yes,
She's
Kat.
a delight.
Mm-hmm.
And
That sounded so sarcastic.
She is
It
a
did.
delight.
And to celebrate
It
Harry
wasn't-
Potter's
It wasn't
birthday,
sarcastic, but
Jeff
for
is
sure
going
it
to be on the
sounds
show
like
for the first time.
No.
Jeff's not going to be on the show.
Jeff is not on the show.
Jeff's a diva.
Yeah.
It's truly.
But I will sculpt a little bobblehead
Yeah,
Jeff,
of Jeff.
and
you
that
can
way
sit
when
there.
you hear, here's Jeff, and,
And
you
then
can
we
see
can
what
go,
he looks like.
I really want a 6-scale figure.
6
Yeah.
scale.
I've
Okay.
been
need
trying to
to-
get one for years now.
We need to do two because Des requested one as well.
Oh, Des did.
So,
By
Yeah,
the way, the
true.
person who asked for the tiki bar, design our tiki bar, that's my girlfriend, Des.
Yeah.
Oh,
She wants you to come and design our tiki bar, and she wants a bobblehead now.
Sounds
She's
good.
asking a
you're
lot of you
very
right out the
welcome.
okay.
so yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
It'll
it's gonna be a good show tomorrow. We have a
It'll be
lot
fun.
to show tomorrow.
There's
Well, I
actually
hope
a lot
I hope
going
today
on.
was
Yeah.
a good show.
I think so.
Was it a good show? I hope it was.
Great show, Joseph Foote says.
Oh, thanks.
Not
That's my
biased
brother.
at all.
That's my brother, my little brother.
Nepotism.
That's right.
It's working for us.
He's traveling. He's a traveling man.
That's
Working.
nice.
Yep.
All right, yeah, we are definitely going to show your cars. I'll put them in the Facebook group, so you guys head over to Let Your Geek Side Show, and I'll post them in there.
Yeah, I'll send you
Do you have
one
the
of my
mystery
van
machine
too. Yeah, the mystery
Nice.
machine too,
Mystery
so you can
machine.
have that one as well.
Nice. And we are going to have you pretty soon in the Let Your Statue Sideshow group, because we're going to talk about some statue repair.
Yeah.
And some
Oh,
really
yeah.
cool things like
Yeah.
that.
And
So,
your husband been doing okay with
yeah,
those? Okay,
yep,
good.
yep.
Give your
So-
husband some pointers of how
Yep,
to.
and he managed to put back together a shredded statue. So, yes. All right, guys, thanks so much for joining us, and we will catch you next week.
Let your geek side show.
Don't forget to
Let
let
your
your
Geek
geek side
Side show.
I forgot to let my geek side show, so these reminders are
week in a
handy.
row.
I know. I
Let's
let
try it
my
one more
geek side
time.
show all the time.
Thanks so much for coming, guys, and
Let
don't forget to
to-
wait one more time. Ready? Thanks so much for joining us, guys, and don't forget to
let your
geek
geek side show.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
First try.
First try.